Okay, here we go. This is probably a bit. It probably looks a bit strange because what I've done is I've put the camera right above the kit, so you can see everything. Hopefully, you can see everything. I've only got one tom. I've only got one drum here. Okay, so I'll just go through what everything is, so you know what everything is, and hopefully we can get you going. So these cymbals here, this is the one that the two of them are together on a stand with a pedal, and this is called the hi-hat cymbal. Okay, and it's pretty it's quite expressive, really. You can do a lot with it, but it's like everything, you know. This all takes time. So what the first thing I suggest we do is we undo the clutch, undo the nut on the cymbal a little bit. Push the two cymbals together. Okay, that's not with your foot on the pedal. Let's push them together, and then rest your foot on the pedal. And what you should then get is a sort of ticking sound like that. Okay, when you hit it, and that's set up right then. Okay, so the drum that's immediately under your hi-hat cymbal, so this is the hi-hat cymbal, the drum that's immediately underneath it is called a snare drum. And the reason it's called a snare drum, look, if I give it a little tickle, I don't know whether you can hear. So that's what it sounds like without there's wires that run across the bottom of the drum, and they're called snare wires. And it's got this lovely kind of sort of crisp packet kind of sound to it. Yeah, okay? Okay. Right, now, if you look then where my foot's on the bass pedal, and this big drum on the floor here is called the bass drum, okay? And obviously if you tap it, it's got quite a bassy noise to it, okay? So what we're going to start with is we're just going to concentrate on these three drums. The hi-hat cymbal, the snare drum, and the foot drum. The slang for that, we sometimes call it the kick drum. So if you look at a sound desk when a band's playing, they'll call it kick. Okay, so what we do is you're right-handed, so you put your right hand over the top of your left hand. Okay, your right hand goes over the top of your left hand. Perhaps what I'll do is I'll film some of this from a different angle as well and give you a better idea. And then what we do, you just rest this one here for the time being. Okay, so your left hand is just sat resting on your knee, perhaps by the snare. And what we do is we count ticks of a clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep doing that until it feels kind of okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't need to be fast, just nice and steady. Yeah? And we count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So keep counting. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. On number 1, as well as hitting this cymbal, we press the bass drum with our foot. Okay? It's your right foot. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it nice and steady. Don't rush. Yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you get confused, start again from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Can you hear that both at the same time? Yeah? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this left hand is resting on the snare. Okay, so we're going to do the snare now, and then we'll put it both together. So you go 1, 2. You lift on 2, both sticks, and together on 3. 3, 4. Okay? So 1, 2, lift both up, 3, 4. Hopefully that's going to make sense. 1, 2, lift, 3, 4. So now all we have to do is put that bass drum in on number 1. 1, 2, lift, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do it like this, sort of mechanically for a little while. Don't worry about it. It doesn't sound like a drum beat yet, but it will do in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, hopefully that's making sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now what we'll do is we're going to put a little pattern in, so you've got something a bit more to sort of keep you going. And don't worry, it doesn't sound like a drum beat at the minute, but I promise you it is. Okay. So we go. We're going to do 4 complete patterns. Okay. So we're going to go, and can you just bear in mind, I haven't got another tom-tom there like you have. Yeah. See, I've got a blank spot, so I've got one there, and then I've got nothing. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do two lots on my one, if you see what I mean. But you can move on. Yeah. So we're going to go. I think we'll try it on the toms first, so you've got an idea of how it goes. So what we do is we play what we call Coca-Cola. So you start with your right hand, okay, and we go Coca-Cola, and do say it. I know it sounds a bit silly, but say it, because otherwise you'll miss bits out. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, and then we move to this drum here. So I'll play it on this one. Coca-Cola, and then Coca-Cola. Okay. So you're starting with your right hand all the time. If you're right-handed, you lead with your right hand. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. Move to this one. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. Okay. Mine are a bit deeper than yours, but that's just the way they are. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 patterns on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 lots of this. 1, 2 more. 1 more. You can do a complete pattern. Then we come round. Coca-Cola, 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 Coca-Cola. Okay? And then we come back to that one. Okay? And 2, 3, 4. Complete patterns. Tick. Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. 1. Okay. Now I almost don't want to show you this because I don't want you to speed up too soon. It's better. Practicing is really effective. So if you practice it wrong, in other words, if you go so fast that you don't get it right, what's going to happen is you're going to learn it wrong. It really is that effective. But I just want you to see that's what it will sound like. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. It sounds a bit like a drum beat. Yeah. I'm just trying to think how you'd. Here, sort of, yeah. Anyway, there you go.